Hey, what's going on, guys? We have some exciting news today. Some exciting news regarding a really anticipated sequel that is just going to blow your minds. Yes, as you can see from the title and probably the gameplay, we are getting a sequel to 2018's magnificent and beautiful God of War. And it is going to be called God of War Ragnarok. Now, I really can't wait because Ragnarok means the end of Asgard. It means the destruction of Asgard. So this is going to be really cool because it means that Kratos is no longer going to be a Greek god. He is going to become a Norse god, unless, of course, he does die. But anyway, the next game in the God of War series got its debut at the famous PS5 showcase. And, as I said, it is called God of War Ragnarok. Now, I'm not sure if we can call this God of War 2, God of War 4, God of War 5. I don't know. But let's just go with God of War Ragnarok for the sake of my own sanity. But yes, while this was our first confirmation of this game, its arrival was definitely no surprise after the success of the first game. Now, without going into a ton of spoilers, the end of the last game clearly set things up for a sequel. And fans of the game, and in fact of the series, have been clamouring for official confirmation of a follow-up ever since. And it's been 3 years, so it's about right for a developer or for a game company to wait this long before they drop official confirmation of a new game or of a sequel to a game. So it's been worth the wait. I can safely say it's been worth the wait. Now, making do with an official PS4 dynamic theme that teased Ragnarok is coming, and the occasional cryptic tease from creative director Cory Barlog. Speaking of cryptic teasers from Cory Barlog, he foreshadowed this reveal by making a few key changes to his Twitter account before the showcase of the PS5. This included replacing his profile picture with an image of a deep grey ice, and his banner image with sort of a stock image of a bunch of redacted text. Now, redacted, of course, means something that nobody is supposed to see. It's blacked out for a reason. It's something that the military do when files are deemed beyond classified. So the first God of War, that is the new first God of War, came out back in 2018 as both a subtle sequel to Kratos' original adventures through mythological Greece and a fresh start for the franchise. Now, I say fresh start because back when it was released, the developers called it a soft reboot, while it still kept up with the lore from the original games. It wasn't ignored, because the head that Kratos carries on him, he tells a lot of stories about Kratos' past. Kratos doesn't like going into detail about his past, but when Atreus asks him certain things, he will mention certain things from his past. So it's really cool that they kept that lore going, even though it's technically a reboot. Anyway, its fusion of challenging action, travels through beautiful open worlds, and a touching father-son story quickly propelled the game to the top spot of the year. It's actually held on to that position until The Last of Us Part 2 came out earlier this year. And of course, the other day we also got the price of the PlayStation 5 and an actual release date. Let's hope the world doesn't go back into a semi-automatic lockdown and start panicking over germs and, it doesn't get postponed. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen again. Anyway, so now you know when you can buy the machine Kratos will eventually make his return on, even if PS5 pre-orders are a little bit dodgy at the moment. But yeah, just forget all that. It still means that, unfortunately, God of War Ragnarok will be a PS5 exclusive. And I can kind of see why they've done this. I mean, it does make sense to have this iconic franchise move on to the next generation. I mean, it does stand to reason that the PlayStation 4 will slowly die as the PS5 develops and more games come out for that system. But it would have been nice to see a kind of downscaled version of the game released onto the PS4 as well. You know, maybe with some, I don't know, reduction in missions or just downscaling in graphics. But as far as we know, the game will be a PS5 exclusive. And it is due for release later next year. So they say later next year, so I'm assuming it'll be in the fall. So probably around August, September time. Don't quote me on that, but you know it'll probably be around about that time. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you guys excited for a new God of War game? Have you been playing the old God of War games? Have you been playing this God of War game recently? I mean, I've been playing God of War 3 again. I absolutely love it. I've been playing this God of War game again. I absolutely adore it. But I can't see Kratos seriously with him being the voice of one of my favourite characters from a sci-fi TV show known as Stargate. He played Teal'c. And it's just like, every time I hear him speak, I see Teal'c. You know, I see him with that silver snake on his head, and it's like, oh man, it's just so nostalgic. But anyway, once again, do let me know in the comments what you guys think, because that was all I was able to find on this. The developers are being extremely secretive with it. You know, they've released that new image, that new logo, and a little bit of dialogue, but that is it. You know, we can safely assume that the cast are returning. Atreus and Kratos will both make a return. Sadly, not the original Kratos, because the voice actor did unfortunately pass away. But they've done a great job with the replacement. I absolutely love the character as a replacement. He's fantastic, and he definitely brings life to this character. But if I was to give the whole God of War franchise a rating, or just, I don't know, just an overall score, it would probably be 9.5 out of 10. Now I say 9.5 because it would have been so much better if the original games would have been open world as well. Because the first game, it was kind of like a 3D side scroller where you just move through environments and beat the living hell out of anything you saw. The second game did move forward a little bit from that and allow you to kind of move through environments and look for collectibles, but you were still confined to a certain space. The third game expanded on it again. You were still confined to a smaller space, but you had more to search. God of War Ascension broke that, and that became kind of open worldish. And then, of course, there was the beautiful masterpiece God of War, and that's 2018's God of War. Because the open world setting and the open world environments of that game were just so beautiful. I mean, I fell in love with it immediately. Like with that opening sequence, that opening cutscene, I knew I was going to love that game, and I did. I absolutely fell in love with it. So anyway, once again, let me know if you're excited for the sequel. Let me know if you're going to be getting a PlayStation 5. I certainly will be, but I'm going to wait before I get one. I think I'm going to wait about 6 to 8 months before I get one, just so I can wait and see what new games come out for it, and so I can test out Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS4 before I actually get the new system and buy it again on the PS5, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because it's Spider-Man, why wouldn't I? And the PS5 version comes with the remastered Spider-Man PS4, so why wouldn't I? It's two games, you know. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe. I always sub back to new subscribers and view any content you may be producing. So I'm going to end it by saying I want to drop my deepest condolences to anybody who may have been affected by the C virus, who may have lost a loved one at any point during the virus. It's extremely tragic, and you know it's just no way for anybody to die, and it's just so hard to go through, and I've been through it myself. I've had a relative who came down with it, so I know what you guys must be going through if you've lost somebody. But yeah, once again, that's it. So thank you so much once again for stopping by. Do appreciate it. Make sure you do smash that like button. It will be your good deed of the day, and it will be so appreciated. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes. Just 10. That's all I ask. Just 10, please. Just pretty please. 10. Just a small 10. Double digits. Is that asking too much? I don't know. Double digits, please. 10. That'll do. 10. Yeah. Anyway, so this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.